Welcome back to KOMU News. First at 5, we've got a lot of weather to talk about this evening, so let's get right to it. That winter weather advisory we've been dealing with all afternoon long at this point has extended for the entire KOMU 8 viewing area until 9 o'clock on Saturday evening through the rest of our overnight hours, even well into early tomorrow morning. We're still going to be picking up on a few pockets of that freezing rain and freezing drizzle, really a lot of it at this point, not really getting picked up on our satellite and radar at this point as it is much too close to the ground. I think a little bit closer to 7 o'clock this evening if you do need to be heading out on the roadways. I think areas along and south of I-70 should at least begin to warm up just a little bit. That should at least help some of those road conditions improve just a little bit, again, at least after that 7, 8 o'clock hour tonight. So as we head into the rest of your evening hours, I think a lot of us, again, along and south of I-70, at least warm back into those middle 30s. So anything that we do see overnight tonight is mainly going to be in the form of rainfall. But if we take a look just off to our north, parts of Brunswick, Moberly, Macon, even into Mexico, I think aren't really going to warm above that freezing mark. So we're still going to be picking up on some of that freezing rain and freezing drizzle well into our evening and overnight hours, still waking up early on Saturday morning. So with that, looks like a lot of us could get a nice glaze again on the roadways areas along and north of I-70, picking up almost 1/10 of an inch of some of that ice in some areas. So again, please be careful as you're getting ready to head out the door tonight and early tomorrow morning. Now behind that, we are going to be having to deal with some snow chances in there. Right now, it looks like the timeline of the system has slowed down just a little bit, should be making its way into some of our north and northwestern counties, a little bit closer actually to that 5 o'clock mark on your Saturday evening, into Columbia, Jefferson City, between 7 and 8 o'clock. A lot of this, though, actually starts to break apart as it makes its way off to the southeast and actually should be starting to get out of our hair a little bit closer to 11:30 and the midnight hour on early Sunday morning. Now, with that, here's a look at our updated snowfall totals. We have taken these back just a little bit. I think areas from Lynn and Herman into Columbia might get around a dusting, maybe up to a little bit over 1/2 of an inch in those areas, closer to an inch from Moberly, Boonville, and Sedalia, but pockets of 2 inches or more certainly can't be ruled out for some of our north and northwestern counties. Now, behind that, with temperatures quickly dropping throughout the entire day tomorrow, actually over into your overnight hours tonight, really not going to be dealing with too much of a wind chill factor. I think we're still going to be at least feeling like the teens and lower 20s, but check out what wind chills do as we head into tomorrow afternoon and waking up very early on Sunday morning. We're going to be seeing wind chill, feels like temperatures, yep, -10, maybe up to -15 for some of our northern areas. So if you have any exposed skin, please make sure you're bundled up if you do need to be outdoors, especially overnight tomorrow and into early on Sunday morning. So with that wind chill advisory is going to remain in effect until lunchtime on Sunday afternoon. So stay inside if you can. Don't hit the roadways for at least the next couple of hours. And we got some snow to deal with tomorrow. Otherwise, overnight tonight, we actually, like I said, we'll continue to see warming temperatures. A lot of us should round up around 35 degrees for our overnight low temperature. And, of course, our morning, that's hard to say, morning high temperature. Early tomorrow morning, again, temperatures quickly dropping throughout the afternoon. Winds are going to be very, very breezy, 5 to 15. I think wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. Otherwise, cold air really sets in for the rest of the weekend. Overnight lows near 0 Sunday morning. We improved by a degree, I guess, early on Monday morning. So sending kids to the bus stop, please make sure they're very bundled up as you get them out the door early Monday morning. Now, the good news is once we get rid of some of this wintry weather tomorrow and throughout Sunday, we see a slow warming pattern. I think actually we're into the 40s for the first day of winter on Wednesday, and that kind of continues into our Christmas weekend as well.
All right, so one more time. You're hopeful it'll be rain overnight. And then what time should we expect?
For areas along and south of I-70, I think we improve a little bit after 6 or 7. But areas north, I think we're going to be dealing with the freezing rain really all night long. So please be careful.
Please.
Thanks, Tori.